Taylor McFerrin. I'm here with the Korg minilogue XD. It was really a joy to program some sounds on this. I did about 20 sounds of the new presets. And the process came around really naturally. I was on tour with the R+R=Now band in Japan. I was a band with Robert Glasper and Terrace Martin, Derek Hodge, Christian Scott, Justin Tyson, and me. We did a tour last year all over the world. When we went to Japan, all the designers from Korg came down to check out our set, and it turns out a couple of them are a fan of my music. I have one album out on Brainfeeder called Early Riser, and a couple guys were fans, so it's always actually been a dream of mine to design sounds for new synths, because I'm kind of a synth nerd. I have a little bit of a collection that might be getting a little bit too large, but I've always wanted to design some sounds on a new synth, and this synth is really cool because for me, being an analog guy, I feel like I have most of my bases covered, but I think this kind of adds something to my collection that I don't really have right now, which is, you know, the analog sound engine and all analog circuitry and filters, but this multi-engine oscillator is really cool because it brings a digital sound into it as well, so you can have sounds that are super modern, stuff that's appropriate for trap, or, you know, a lot of music you might be hearing on the radio, or even colder, just all digital, weird stuff. You can mix that in with the analog side and get some unique things happening that, for me, is cool because that I don't have a bunch of stuff in my collection that's like that. The other thing that's amazing is the step sequencer is really easy to use. Now it's 16 steps. So you can like just do a bunch of chords, slash lines on the step sequencer, and then once it's recorded, you get 4 different layers of being able to record, you know, the filter opening up or the LFO messing with the envelopes, portamento, whatever you want. You get 4 tracks, so as each step is going, you have the ability to tweak it live, and that's when you get some of those really futuristic, you know, wobble sounds slash. You know, you can put the effects on only certain steps. So you can kind of design a mini song on the sequencer that can be the basis for a whole track. And I kind of like the challenge of having to kind of create something that feels like almost a full track off of just a step sequencer, where then all you have to add is some drums and you're good. But then if you wanted to have pure analog classic tones, it's really easy to dial that up. I mean, the interface is super simple. So all the sounds I designed on it, really, each sound took me a few minutes because it was so hands-on. And then if you really want to get nerdy and try to create something that's super wild, you know, you can spend hours doing one sound if you want. But I don't know, it's nice, man. Plus 3 octaves and a little package is cool for if you're touring. If you have a DJ set up and you just want to have something to add to the setup, that's dope too. And riding on the road all day. So yeah, Korg minilogue XD. Y'all should check it out. I'm Taylor McFerrin.